Today, I'm going to bring y'all along thrift store shopping with me. We're going to go through the aisles and see some beautiful things that we can find for autumn and the holiday season. Glassware is a great thing to be looking for this time of the year. You can look for those beautiful, rich earth tone colors. You can get mix and match. These will make a great tablescape. Some autumn dishware to be looking for is look for mix match earth tone plates, mugs, and dishware. Look for hues like amber, brown, rust, cream, or olive. And for the holiday season, you can look for some beautiful holiday and festive colored clear glassware, or you can mix and match this clear glassware with some beautiful patterned pieces. My Goodwill thrift store a lot of times has dishes and dishware just really inexpensive. A lot of times a plate will be 99 cents, and today white tag was half off. Look at this beautiful set of Greene dishware. It even had the matching napkin rings. This set right here was $75, and it says it's 45 pieces. Today is white tag day, so it would be half off. Be on the lookout too for all these little party platters that you will be needing for your tailgate parties. This is a great time and a great place to get those very inexpensive. Now is a great time to be on the hunt for all the beautiful pumpkin pieces. This pumpkin didn't have a price on it, but I'm sure it was only a couple of dollars. I love this little pumpkin dish, and it was $1.99. This would make a great little piece to decorate with, or use it to serve some food on around the holiday season. If you're going to do an autumn tree this year, I did one last year for fall. It was so beautiful. When fall was over, I took the fall ornaments off and then I decorated it for Christmas. But I think these ornaments right here would be beautiful on a fall tree. Now let's head over and see what kind of Christmas decorations we can find. I'm always on the lookout for some beautiful stocking hangers, because stocking hangers can run up in the money in the retail stores. The thrift store is a great place to look for stocking hangers. Nutcrackers are another thing I really love to find. I have collected some, but if you are a collector of nutcrackers, the thrift store is a great place to add some to your collection. This was a beautiful ornament of Mary and baby Jesus, and it was only 99 cents. You can find bags of ornaments at our thrift store. Sometimes you just kind of have to pick and choose, because sometimes the ornaments may be broke, but some of these bags have real glass ornaments in them. So you just kind of have to look around and see what you can find. Platters are a really good thing to go on and get for this time of the year, so you can get these very inexpensive. This one retailed for $28 and it was $4.99. This really large wreath right here was really pretty, and not only did you get the wreath, but you got some decorations and ornaments on it that you could use for other things if you wanted to pull them off. This wreath was $9.99, and I think that was probably a really good deal. These are new in the box. These were retailed at Big Lots for $4, and I think they were on sale at Goodwill for $1.99. Another set that was absolutely beautiful, new in the box, were these clip-on butterflies. These were $1.99, and these retail for $12.99. So like I tell y'all, you can get some really beautiful holiday decor, and a lot of this stuff is new in the box. The reason I love to go in the thrift store and look through all the things on the shelves is you just don't ever know what you're going to find. People go through their things and they donate things that they've probably had for many years. This was purchased in Nashville, Tennessee. It says Dillard's Trimmings, made in Italy, and the date on the ornament is 2010. So it just goes to show you how many vintage items, things that people have probably hung on to for many years and then, have had to donate them or get rid of them. So this right here was really pretty. This looked like more of a stained glass vase. It was $7.99, so I think it was a little bit more on the expensive side, and it did have some peeling on it. Here's another great box of glass ornaments, and I've really been on the lookout for some beautiful vintage glass ornaments at my Goodwill, and I have been picking up some. I think I'm going to decorate more and more with glass ornaments this year than plastic. I think they just add such a beautiful ambiance to the holiday season, and I love their sparkle, and I just love to know that they're glass ornaments and they're good quality. I love this little tin. It was a Fannie Mae. I think back in the day it probably had some cookies in it. But I love this little house, and it went all the way around. So this would be a great little piece to set out on your open shelving. Another beautiful tray and platter that I found was this one. This was a very large size. This was only $2.99. And just to show you what all is at the thrift store that you could add to your holiday decor and dishware is, look at these beautiful Food Network. There is two very large serving trays. The serving trays were only $4.99. There was two of those, and those beautiful plates were only $1.99 each. Now, I love red cardinals, and this mug right here was absolutely beautiful. It was $2.99, but you could stick some greenery in this, put some candy canes in it, and I think this would be a beautiful coffee mug to use through the holiday season. Now, let's go home, and I'm going to show you some things that I purchased at the thrift store and some DIY makeovers. Something that I want to show y'all that I have been inspired for, and I have been looking for pieces here and there at the thrift store, is milk glass. Sometimes I find it and it's marked up and I'll pass on it, but sometimes I'll find some pieces that are really good deals, and I've been picking those up and been collecting these. Milk glass pieces pair really well with the reds and the greens around the holiday season. I purchased mine for $1.99, but I researched it, and online it sells between $14 to $15. I found this milk glass pedestal stand for $1.99, so I picked it up. I think it'll be a fun piece to decorate with or put a serving tray on it around Christmas time. This is a beautiful creamer. This was only $1.99. So like I tell y'all, be on the lookout for milk glass. You know, like I say, I've been collecting these pieces here and there throughout the months, and now I've got a pretty good collection of it. This bud vase was $2.99. So anytime you see these pieces inexpensive, pick them up, and they make such a great grouping that we can add some greenery and some beautiful vintage glass ornaments too, and this will make a beautiful vignette around Christmas time. Another piece I picked up with this was this cute little pumpkin dish. It was only $1.99. This would be great to style on some open shelving or use as a festive serving dish for food. Another beautiful piece that I picked up while out thrifting was this beautiful candle opera. This was $7.99. She's got a lot of patina on her, but we're going to give her a refresh, and I think she's going to be a beautiful addition to our holiday vignettes. I'm going to give her a couple layers of this satin smoky beige spray paint. This was what I had on hand. So, you know, a lot of times I do spray paint a lot of things white, But in this case, I think this color right here will be really pretty. It's a really neutral color, so it's not stark white, but I think it will go really pretty with some beautiful neutral tones through the winter season. I just tied a very simple Merry Christmas ribbon on it, but there's so many things that you can do with a piece like this. You can decorate this with seasonal greenery. Of course, you could put some candle votives on it. Just so many things that you can do with a piece like this. And just with a couple of coats of some beautiful spray paint in a beautiful color, now I think we just gave her a brand new life, and I think she'll be a piece that we'll enjoy for many years to come. I love to find little DIY project pieces like this, and this cute little watering can was only 99 cents, so I had to grab it. I'm going to give it a couple layers of the same spray paint that I just gave the candelabra. This is that smoky beige. I'm going to show you this little watering can, just giving it a couple layers of some fresh paint. Now we can set this out, style this with some beautiful autumn florals, and this makes a great little piece to set in our vignettes, and it was only 99 cents. In just a minute, I'm going to show you how you can add a little bit more detail to it if you want to take it to the next level. I showed you in last week's video of how we made some beautiful trays. We added some chalk paint to them, and then we put a beautiful pumpkin design on them using a paint inlay. I'm going to show you how we're going to do the same thing to this little watering can. Paint inlays are a great way to add a really beautiful graphic design, and this is one of my favorite ways now to add a design to something. Now, last week we used chalk paint to put the inlay on, but today I'm going to show you how we can just use Mod Podge. In my case, I'm using some DIY liquid patina, but Mod Podge will work. So you can just use this clear sealer, put your paint inlay down face down where the paint goes into that clear sealer. You want to take a damp rag, dab over it and dampen it, and then you want to set it aside and let it dry really well. This will only take just a few minutes to dry, and you can also put your blow dryer on it to speed up the drying process. Once it's fully dry, go over it and moisten it really well with a mister, and then you want to peel back the paper. This is when the magic really happens. I love peeling back that paper and seeing my beautiful design on my project piece. I'm going to add some beautiful autumn florals to this, but you can decorate this so many ways. You can also take your favorite ribbon. In my case, I'm going to take some of this velvet ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby last season. I'm going to tie this around the handle of the little watering can. I'm going to tie it in a bow. I'm going to add back my autumn flowers, and this just makes really a beautiful touch and adds just another tone of color to this cute little 99-cent watering can. Another great piece that I picked up at the thrift store was this beautiful glass vase. This was $3.99. This has, a footed bottom on it, and this is a very large size. You could add candles to this, greenery. You could put, Christmas ornaments in this. So many things that you can do with such a beautiful, versatile piece like this. Another great piece that I found while out thrifting was this vintage pedestal dish. This was likely a compote or a candy dish. It's, with a silver plated or sterling silver weighted base, and it has a pressed glass top featuring a diamond point pattern. This is an absolute beautiful vintage pedestal dish. And like I say, these little pieces like this, you could add decor to them, or you can serve food around the holidays in this. I think this would be absolutely beautiful at Thanksgiving with cranberry sauce in it, or at Christmas time. You could serve this with nuts and just have this setting out. This is a timeless piece that you could use for all the seasons throughout the entire year. I told y'all that my Goodwill has bags of ornaments, and I found this whole bag of these beautiful white glass ornaments. There was a couple in this bag that was broke, but I still feel like I got a good deal for $5.99. For $1.99, I was thinking a lot of those were $5.99 at my thrift store, so I did get a really good deal. But these right here, absolutely beautiful. Love the color of them. I do white Christmas trees, and I think these would be absolutely beautiful on a white Christmas tree and also on a green one. But you can add these as filler balls. You could add these to that beautiful glass vase that I showed you previously that I've thrifted. Just so many things that you can do with beautiful vintage glass ornaments. And y'all should know I did not leave this beautiful box of 18 shiny glass vintage ornaments. I paid $2.99 for these, and white tag was half price, so y'all got this whole box for $1.50. The blue ones are absolutely beautiful on a white tree, and I do a lot of white trees in my home. These have the original vintage hangers with them. So I just hung a couple on this little white tree just to give you an idea of how beautiful this blue will pop on a white Christmas tree. Something else you can start doing this time of the year before fall actually gets here is start clipping off your hydrangea blooms. Mine bloom really early, so a lot of times mine start to die a lot sooner through the summertime. So I just go on and clip them. I put these in, a galvanized bucket and just let them sit out on my front porch in the heat of the summer. It only took them like a couple weeks to dry. I brought them back in. I did spray them with a coat of hairspray. This right here will help keep them from shedding. And then I just tied some velvet ribbon around them to make like a hydrangea bouquet. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed going thrift stores, shopping with me, and shopping for some beautiful fall and Christmas decor. I hope y'all will be on the lookout for some milk glass pieces. I hope I showed y'all how beautiful these pieces pair with some of your beautiful vintage ornaments and how pretty they pop with the greens and the reds. I hope y'all enjoyed the DIY projects. I had a couple in today's video, but a lot of the things that I purchased didn't need making over. But I hope you enjoyed seeing a couple ways of how we upcycled the watering can with some simple paint, and then we also added another level to it and gave it a paint inlay. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know what your favorite piece was. This little compote dish right here is going to be so fun to set out through the holiday season. And I'm going to absolutely use it for food when I'm not decorating with it. In this large vase, I can't wait to put some candles in it and also some fillers. I cannot wait to use my glass vintage ornaments. I really have got a collection going. I have all colors, and there's more at my thrift store to be bought. I just haven't went and bought them all yet. I hope all of y'all will return next Wednesday for a brand new video. Until then, I hope all of y'all have a great week. I love y'all, and I'll see you again soon.